All right, it is Sunday, and you know what? There's nothing better on a Sunday than to do well, there's a lot of good things about Sundays, actually. I like watching 60 Minutes on Sunday. I like Sunday dinners. I like Sunday brunches. I like, going to the beach on Sunday. I like Sunday drives. I like taking nice Sunday drives. The other thing that I really like are Sunday rides. So you can take a drive or you can take a ride. And today, I'm going to do a little bit of both. I'm going to take a ride right now, and I'm going to go to Stanley Lake. Stanley Lake is a lake just outside of Stanley, Idaho, and it's beautiful. And it's probably about from the interstate. I'm on highway. I keep saying interstate. I'm on Highway 21 that goes from Stanley down to Boise, and I don't want to ride on the highway, so I found a road off of Highway 21 that goes to Stanley Lake. It's about 4 or 5 miles to the lake, and round trip it'll give me about a 10-mile bike ride. So I'm going to bring you along for as much of it as I can. It's not all that long of a bike ride, but if I see some nice things, then I'll share them with you. Starting with the view right here. Look at that. Is that beautiful? Just really, really a nice view. And I'm gonna go down the highway right there, just a smidgen, so to speak, and then take a right and take the road out to Stanley Lake. So let's go have a nice ride. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Temperature's probably about upper 70s at the moment. Won't get much more than that, and maybe into the mid 80s. Let's ride. Well, it's definitely not the smoothest of rides. I had failed to remember it's not asphalt, but it's not dirt road either. So it's more of a gravel, kind of a gravel asphalt, if that makes sense. But anyway, I'm in no hurry today. Speed limit said 45, and I'll be lucky if I do a fraction of that. But it's, just to be out here riding, in such a beautiful spot in the world, a world that at times seems to be going to hell in a handbasket. It's priceless. All right, I couldn't resist the temptation. This is what you call dispersed camping. It's pretty much, if you can find a place to camp, you can camp. There's no campground host, there's no showers, there's no kumbaya, fire ring in the evening, or campfire in the evening. It's just, camp wherever you can find a spot. And if you've got water, you got, a generator and what have you, that's all you really need. And there is no shortage of places to stay here in Idaho. And I don't think that Idaho is much different than a lot of other states, that have such beautiful national forest as Idaho does. But anyway, quite interesting to say the least. All right, it is a little bit of a climb. There's a slow, gradual climb going to Stanley Lake, and all along the way you see these purple wildflowers that are growing along the roadside. I'll slow down and let you see them yourself. It is it's a beautiful place. All right, there are the mountains coming into view. And they just dominate the skyline. There you see a boondocker headed on his way to find a camping spot. Look at that. Paradise found. All right, I found my way to McGowan Peak, M-C-G-O-W-N, McGowan Peak. 9,800 feet altitude. So we're close to 10,000, close to 10,000 feet. And I don't know if that's correct. Maybe the peak you see off in the distance is 10,000 feet. I don't know that Stanley is at nearly 10,000 feet elevation, although it could be. I don't know. But regardless, really doesn't matter. 6,000 feet, 10,000 feet, 8,000 feet. You know, you start to get above 5,000 feet and it's all good. What a sight to behold. Boy, I've only been riding seemingly about 20 minutes or so, and you see the sign for the boat ramp and the trailhead. And then here is the Stanley Lake campground right over here. If you want to pitch your spot a little bit closer to the little bit closer to the lake, there's your Stanley Lake campground. Wouldn't surprise me, in fact, if the lake is just over those, just over yonder. This is the love of the one great magician. Turn the water into wine. That is the lyrics that I'm listening to. A song by Van Morrison called These Are the Days. And you know, what a beautiful, beautiful song to be listening to as I pull up to this view. And I would never, never, ever tire of looking at this view. Just fantastic. These are the days of the great magician. Oh, wow. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get a little bit closer to the lake before heading back. Boy, don't even think for a second that I don't realize and appreciate how blessed that I am. And for those of you that don't speak God, you know, don't think for a second that I don't fully appreciate how fortunate that I am to be able to take such a ride, you know, to have the health to take such a ride, to have the time to take such a ride, to have the financial capability to take such a ride on a day such as this. Don't think for a second that I don't feel blessed and fortunate. It is just a godsend to me to be able to come along and ride a bike into such a beautiful spot as this. I mean, look at it. That water is just pristine. Absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Folks taking a boat out. Nice day for a boat ride. Well, that's Idaho Fish and Game. Right there. My Father that art in heaven, O Lord, how hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give me this day my daily bread, and forgive me my trespasses, dear Lord, as I forgive those who trespass against me. And lead me not into temptation, but deliver me, Lord, from each and every evil that may come my way. And continue to make me an instrument of your love and peace, and keep me on a path of righteousness that will ultimately lead me to your open arms. Oh God, I love you so much.